Bridget Philipson, why oh why, spending 90 million that made us all cry. That non-existent money tree seems to always shake for the likes of thee. Yet, improvements to SEND provision seem hard to find. I wonder why that is. Have you lost your mind? 90 million on social media to boost your campaign. It's utterly insane. 90 million on a social media campaign to tell parents about free school breakfasts. And where did that 90 million come from? The taxpayers' money. You keep telling us that there's no magic money tree to invest in SEND reform, improving the school system, even improving the school buildings, because most of them are falling down now, let's be honest. Yet, you can miraculously find 90 million to fund absurd social media campaigns. This is 90 million that could have been invested into the actual well-being of our children, into their actual education, to SEND reform. You need to stop using so much of the taxpayers' money to push your little agendas and start channeling our money where it's needed the most, where it's going to directly improve situations for the public and make their lives easier. That's what you should be doing for the benefit of the whole, not just to push your own little agendas. Twice over, 90 million on your little campaign to tell everybody about it, and then however much it's going to cost for you to actually implement that. And I'm not saying the children are entitled to free school breakfast. Obviously they are. I just didn't think that we needed to spend 90 million on a campaign to state the obvious. Shout and heart me's, or follow me, or subscribe would be far more better and far more appropriate, and probably far more effective than your 90 million campaign. And have we actually looked at your social media? For 90 million? I'd be expecting a little bit more than that. Like, genuinely, there's kids out there on TikTok that could make you a much better social media profile than the one that you paid 90 million for. If you need to pay 90 million to try and convince the public that it's a good idea, maybe you need better ideas. Just a thought. Because trust me, if it was for the betterment of our children, you wouldn't be needing to spend 90 million to convince us it's a good idea. For example, that 90 million could have been spent on training teachers to be able to have classroom management successfully when you put all the SEND children back into mainstream education, because you're wanting to close several SEND provision centres across England. And the teachers are not going to be able to successfully deliver a curriculum whilst they are also having to deliver care to students who are profoundly disabled. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be successful. You're so out of touch with reality here. That 90 million could have been invested into SEND reform, SEND provision centres, mainstream education. You keep saying there's no magic money tree, which is why you brought in the DFE safety valve scheme, let's be honest. No magic money tree. So we'll bribe counties by saying we'll write off your debt as long as you stop channeling so much money into meeting the needs of our SEND children. I mean, it's absurd really, isn't it? But you can find 90 million for a social media campaign. If you all genuinely cared about the people of this nation, we wouldn't be seeing all it. Spending 90 million on a social media campaign wouldn't even occur to you. You would be using our public funds far more appropriately. Instead, you make out that it's the disabled fleecing the country and those committing benefit fraud fleecing the country, when in actual fact, it's you politicians that are fleecing the country. We, as the people of this nation, demand better. We have lost trust and faith in the government of this country right now. We genuinely have no faith or trust in any politician's intentions anymore. We not only demand better, but we deserve better. You need to start fulfilling the roles you were put there to do. And you need to start doing this for the betterment of the people. Because quite frankly, the people have had enough.